Okay, y'all, I got to make this a quick one because I'm getting ready to go live, and I just looked at the clock and didn't realize what time it was. But tonight we supposed to get 29 degrees, and tomorrow night we supposed to get 29 degrees. It's gonna be 61 degrees today versus yesterday when it was 80 degrees. So, um, it's that time, y'all. But then after the 29, what's crazy is it's gonna warm right back up, and it's gonna stay above freezing for foreseeably at least a month, unless something happens in the weather and the weather changes. But as per usual, I'm gonna come on here and talk to y'all a little bit about what I do when we're gonna get a cold snap. And in my opinion, it's not enough cold snap to justify me ripping down all of my stuff. I mean, and the postal person just flying through him. I mean, just the Indy 500. But anyway, okay, so y'all know me. I generally grow stuff as long as I can. And I generally let the frost kill stuff, okay? Now I got a tomato in here, honey. Baby, it's a tomato. Oh no, shut up. He don't like the postal person. But I don't give a damn. But anyway, that is a tomato sandwich with my name written all over it. But what do I mean when I say it's not going to be cold enough to justify, in my opinion, ripping my stuff out? I'll tell you what I mean. My garden primarily is for production. People garden for a lot of different reasons. And as a gardener, you have to figure out why you're gardening and what is your main reason. Come on now, cooperate. I'm looking for bugs while I'm talking to y'all. But anyway, my main objective is production. Now, sometimes I do things that prohibit me from having as much production as I should have. But that has to do with me and not the plants. So, when you look over here, you'll see clusters. Clusters. I'm gonna find some more. It's more here. Clusters of tomatoes. Clusters of tomatoes. Come on this side. That's not a cluster, but that's one. There's some more. See those down there? There's some turning. I got to get that. I was late putting my tomatoes in, and then when I started them as seeds, I didn't do right by them. See these? It's taking those a little while to ripen, but it is what it is. See here? There are tomatoes on this plant, and then it's also steadily blooming as well. Try to come over here, maybe show y'all some blooms. I just saw some. Ugh. Do I need water? I think I need water, because we didn't get below freezing last night. I think I need water. I'm going to water these real good before it gets dark. But anyway, let's go over to the peppers. Peppers. All over here, peppers. All in here, peppers. Can you go ahead and take your plants out? Yes, you can. I'm not. I don't have a ton of stuff that I would plant in these spots. I do have some beets up there. I do got some Swiss chard up there. But technically, because of the way I grow, I'm not out of space. And what I mean is, a lot of times, y'all know, I'll plant things damn near on top of each other. What do I mean by that? I'm going to go back here and show y'all something. You hear them talking? Socializing in the neighborhood. But it's a spider web right here. I hope the spider ain't nowhere to be found. But anyway, shut up, Uno. Go back here, show y'all. Oh no, shut the hell up. I done told you. I'm making a video. They gonna call Peter on me. Show y'all what I mean. So, I don't run out of space as fast as a lot of other people, because a lot of other people they don't plant as close as I do. So, Army Chickadee, shout out to Army Chickadee. She the one gave me the horseradish. This is the horseradish, but you see, I got 3 things in here. So I got horseradish, I got peanut, and then this is what comes up. So crocus, y'all see this in here, looks almost like grass. These here, that's crocus, meaning that's what makes saffron. So it's harder for me to run out of space in a garden because I'm gonna plant on top of stuff, on top of stuff, on top of stuff. For instance, if I wanted to plant beets, I could plant them right here by these citrus. See all that space? See how you can see the ground? I could plant beets all around that. That ain't gonna bother that citrus not one bit. You wanna know how I know? This is a pepper plant. That's a 4 o'clock. This is a calamondin. And I still got more space. I could put beets and citrus over there. I did put some radishes in this one. This one doesn't have anything. I had a citrus in there and I messed it up. Anyway, homeboy gone. I planted some radishes on that side because when it gets cold, this longevity spinach is gonna die back and it'll come back. But I anticipate those things. So when this dies, the longevity spinach and the Okinawa spinach, when it dies, I planted radishes up under there. So they're gonna die back and the radishes is gonna come up. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me to, I mean, I do run out of space, but it's more in the summer. It's not so much in the winter. So I'm not so much anticipating ripping those out so fast. Because honestly, a lot of the brassicas that I want to plant, I know where they're going to go, and they're not going to go where those peppers are. And not only that, where those peppers and things are, I want to get the most I can out of them, and then I want to do something with that soil. They help combat the root knot nematode. I have bought me some more nematodes. I want to make mention of that. See, all these starts, that stuff is going, but it's going in these beds where I usually plant my greens. You see what I'm saying? But I still have spots just like this grow bag, this grow bag, this grow bag has nothing in it. See what I'm saying? This, for the most part, has nothing in it. There's strawberries in here and I threw seeds. I'm kind of letting that sit to see what it's going to do. But y'all, that's kind of the way I grow. So as things fade out, I planted something and something else is coming up right behind it. And I know that's probably counterintuitive to a lot of people. It's not easy to grow that way, to be fair, because I know people want to turn soil and do all types of different things. It's nothing in there. I think I put some radishes in there. I think I put some radishes in there. But just like this here, remember I planted my garlic here? So this is actually, yeah, this is garlic. So that's a garlic, but it's going to be a whole lot more garlic come up in here. See, my garlic is starting to come up, but I got beans in here too. None of that stuff is going to interfere with each other. I planted radishes right here, here, and here. This comfort is looking good because it's getting sunlight. But I got spaces in here. See, when a cold come for real, it's going to kill this roselle. Where you see roselle, imagine all that space vacant, and I can put my starts for my greens in there. You see what I'm saying? Just like, even if it's not dead now, I could sneak a start right there. When this diet's going to get out of the way and it'll have sun. Same thing for this here. See right over in there? I could sneak. Tell you, when you don't have acres and acres and acres, you have to do something a little different. Look at the honeybee. It's good to see them. I hadn't seen them. And that's another reason why I'm not ripping out some of this stuff. I struggled real bad this year with pollinators. The only pollinators I really had in great numbers was wasps, gnats, and things of that nature. I didn't hardly see no bees this year, especially honeybees. I saw a couple bumblebees. Look, here's another one. I don't know what it's doing, but it's on that leaf doing something. Other hell, I don't know. What are you doing? It got pollen all over its leg too, probably from this callaloo. See what I'm saying? So it's certain stuff I just refuse to pull out for certain reasons. Not only that, when you look at this like this, right? Oh, wow, it's a lot of bees now that I'm looking. The bees are loving this callaloo. Okay, so if you not growing callaloo, at least grow it for the bees. First time I had callaloo, they wasn't on it like that. I mean, they was on it, but they went on it like this. Because I see about 6, 7 bees. I don't know if y'all see them, but they're moving here and there. But anyway, y'all see, and I see a leaf-footed bug. I'm finna get his ass. But anyway, this is like a wall. So all of this foliage is going to help hold warmth. These plants warm up in the day just like them tires do. Another reason, I have had people in my comments wear me out and they make me sick. You should plant your tires. They get too hot in the summer. How about this? How about you show us your garden and show us what you done planted and leave me the hell alone? How about that? Oh, was that too rough? I'm sorry. Number one, black is my favorite color. Number two, I don't paint these for a reason. I'm not saying you can't paint them. You can. If you want to paint them, it's fine. But don't pester me to paint them. To paint mine. You get you some and paint yours in your garden. You see what I'm saying? That being said, in the wintertime, by these being black, they absorb more heat. And at night, they will give off more heat. For instance, this one is in the direct sunlight. This one right here. That tire is actually hot to the touch. Like, I can't even keep my hand on there. It's only 60 degrees out here today. That's hot to the touch, to where I can't. Humans are 90. Well, what's our temp? 98.7. Is that what it is? 97.8. One or two. But we're over 90 degrees. So if I can't keep my hand on that to the touch, because understand, if you put your hand in a bucket of water that is the same temp as your body temp, it will just feel lukewarm to you. Like, it will feel like nothing. So that has to be over 100. You see what I'm saying? So overnight, that's going to radiate all throughout this garden. All this thick foliage like this is like a canopy, and it's going to hold a lot of that more heat. So as that heat comes off, it's going to radiate up and through the garden. You see what I'm saying? This is a huge microclimate. This not so much, but I'm also not really so worried about this. The peas, if they die out, when they die out, I'm cool. I've gotten plenty enough peas. Look, see, I'm finna harvest right now. Every day I'm harvesting. And I'm dropping peas, so I'll have volunteers. I done dropped 2 just right then. But I'm not so worried about these. Also, I have brassicas planted out here too. 29 for brassicas. To me, I don't think that requires protection. I'm not going to protect them, period. Not for 29. I know some people, and I'm doing this because I know I have some people in colder climates that watch me. And they say they're going to try to do what I do. And I'm not saying that you can't. Please experiment. See what you can get away with. I think people in colder climates don't try more stuff so they can see what all they can do. And you never know what all you can do unless you push and try. Okay? So, that's my thought process on that. So I'm not going to steadily harvesting. And I'm gonna be all the way real with y'all. Since I've been here and done this before so many times, I'm really not worried about this 29. Not really. There probably will be some damage, and I will come back and cover and show y'all what the damage was. And I'll show you what I do after that. But I just wanted to show y'all, dropping stuff. I wanted to give you kind of a philosophy of how I do and how I go about thinking about things, because I think a lot of people's first nature is to rip everything up under the sun out. It's gonna get cold, everything's gonna get killed. You don't know that. You have to know your yard, and or wherever you're growing, you have to know your growing space, and you have to know it intimately. You cannot know your growing space on a surface level. Not when you're serious. Now, if you're not that serious about growing, by all means, don't try to figure out nothing. Just keep on doing what you've been doing and keep on getting what you've been getting. But if you're trying to push it to a certain level and get production and food on a certain level, because y'all see how I'm steadily down here picking. It's November 9th. I'm steadily down here picking peas. I saw several people rip their peas out already. Your peas, and they live in the South. Your peas would have given you another 1, probably 2 rounds. But maybe production isn't their thing, or maybe they really don't have enough space, which I get it. Here's my thing. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just trying to say, think about it. Because maybe you did. Maybe you're one of the ones who pulled your stuff prematurely. And I'm mainly talking to the people who maybe haven't been gardening extremely long. Like, for instance, if you ask yourself, do I know my yard intimately? Do I know what happens if my yard experiences 29 degrees? Do I know exactly what will happen to the plants that's out there? If your answer is no, you don't know your yard intimately enough. There's another leaf-footed bug. I got to get my stuff, y'all. This video is kind of a short one. And stay tuned. You know, my views always go down in the wintertime because I know these gardeners, real talk, y'all not serious. You know, some of y'all, and I know I'm probably preaching to the choir because I know my people. I got people watch me, Garden of Eden. She live in a climate where her season is so short, but she don't never miss a video. She doesn't ever miss a video. So I know some of y'all I'm preaching to the choir. But if you garden and you say you're serious about gardening, you still should be paying attention because it's things that you can learn even in the wintertime. Just like you may live in a climate where you say, well, I can't grow in the winter. Yeah, right now, you don't never know if you're going to live there for forever. You hope you're going to live there forever. You don't know. Because the way things going, these people picking people up off the streets. So you may not live there forever. You may need to know a little something about another climate. You ever thought about that? Or you may just pick up and decide to move. So don't be stupid. Because if you move to the south, I got news for you. You can garden all year round, baby. All year round, baby. And ain't no stopping. Because we like to eat. But that being said, until next time, see you guys later.